Algeria continue to struggle over in the AFCON, of course, as they stare on the brink of elimination. But standing in the way this week in match number 3 is Mauritania. Can they, of course, stop them? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Back again with another match preview. Looking forward to match number 3, of course, over in Group D as Mauritania take on Algeria, of course, and we'll get to that in a second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang up to date with all things AFCON related, Barbados related, world football related. We got it all here, boys. Under one Ruski, of course, into the final hurdle now for some of these nations. Of course, some are trying to stay in. Of course, some are already out, of course. But we'll take a little look at the horse, the hopes and dreams over in Group D in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. The patrons, you know who you are, of course, but let's get in the deep end and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about this. That's right, it is Mauritania, it's Algeria, and it is taking place over in Group D. That's right, of course, Algeria, one of the outside tips for the title at the start of the tournament. So far, been a bit struggling, of course, but they're locking horns this coming, coming at you on the 23rd of Jan 2024 at the Stade de la Paix, of course, in Group D. All games kicking off at the same time, but let's remind ourselves, of course, how we got to this stage with, of course, first and foremost, a quick look at Mauritania, qualified as Group I runners-up, secured their deal on the 9th of September 2023, so their third finals. 2021 was the last, but they've never ever made it out of the group stage, and it doesn't look like they're going to do it this time around either. Amel Abdou is, of course, your manager there with Aboukari Koita, your star man. 151 to go the distance. Of course, the start of the tournament. Group stage exit is what I was looking at way back when, of course. So far, it's been not great for Mauritania yet to get going in regards to any points, but they've got a couple of goals so far in a very, very tight game last time around against Angola, of course. That was probably, I think realistically, the Angola game was the must-not-lose game. They're coming into this against Algeria's side, yet to get a win themselves, but realistically, the only shining or only glimmer of hope for Mauritania is a third place finish with a win. And of course, if they were to get those 3 points, they might be in the conversation for a last 16 berth. But it does look like it's going to be a tall order. Take a look at the squad then, shall we? For Mauritania, of course, Nassé between the sticks, Diawa, Yali, Houshabib, Keita there, Fafana, Bouda, Mahmoud, Bah, Koita, and Tangier, of course. That's some familiar names of Mauritania. We all know those, don't we? Of course, remind ourselves though of Algeria. Of course, they are one of the heavy hitters. That's right, qualifiers Group F. Winners secured their date on the 27th of March 2023. So their 20th finals. 2021 was their last. They were champions back in 2019 and 1990. So not too long ago. Deltraman Balmardi is your manager there with Ismail Benakour, your star man. 7-1 at the start of the tournament to go the distance. Quarterfinals was my pick. But right now, they're coming at you with a bit of work to do. That's right, they're in third spot right now, yet to taste a defeat, but also yet to get a victory under the belt. Just like, I think, I recall this being their sort of form in the last AFCON, not really setting the place alight at all in a very, very mediocre group stage performance. Of course, drawing with Angola on the opening day, picking up a draw against Burkina Faso, who are a decent looking team right now. Going into this final game with it all on the line. Of course, a draw might be enough with 3 draws, but really, you're not really going to impress anybody with another draw. You need to really get yourselves going and maybe get a performance that maybe can still win you the group. Of course, a draw between Burkina Faso and Angola will set this up for a grandstand finish with all 3 sides coming out on 5 points. That'll be absolutely crazy. But they've got to get there first. And of course, Algeria have got it all to do as well. Take a look at the squad then. Madeira between the sticks. Nouri there, Bassanabani, Madmandi, Atal, Bentalib, Guri, Faguli, Chabi, Slamani, and of course, Riyad Mahrez, El Capitano, of course. Those are the key players. What about the key numbers then between these two sides? They've played each other 3 times since 2017. We've got nothing for Mauritania, 2 for Algeria, 1 draw, of course. The biggest win for Mauritania, they've got none. They've scored 2 goals in those 3 games, 0.67 goals a game on average. Algeria, though, of those 2 victories, 4-1 win was the biggest. 7 goals scored in those 3 games, 2.33 goals a game on average, on 83% form for them. Back-to-back draws, though, not great. Mauritania without a win in the last 5 games, coming into this on 17% form, of course. And bear this in mind, last time I played it was back in December 2022. It was a 0-0 draw. That might still be good enough for Algeria. It's not going to give Mauritania any hope of squeaking into the last 16, but of course it's a bridge too far. Anyway, 50-2 is of course Mauritania, 11-4 on is Algeria, and 50-4 is of course the draw. The public vote has gone with Algeria as well. 65% have gone with Algeria. Mauritania with 34. The draw is at just 1%, of course. And we've heard the odds. We've heard the public vote. What about me then? Of course, my gut feeling here is going to be a victory for Algeria. They're going to have to deliver something. Of course, Mauritania have been a little bit hard done by in the last game. Narrow loss against Angola, but Algeria need to deliver and deliver now. Of course, running out of options and, of course, running out of lives. Of course, win to stay in. A draw might not be enough, so we've got to take it and take it now. Of course, that's my take on this one. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, of course, as we look forward to those last 16 matches. Will Algeria be there? We'll take a little look when we come back next time.